Welcome back to my YouTube channel, MTG fans. I'm going to do the Kaldheim big old fat box. Get that opened up. Got it last night, picked it up, ran out of steam last night. Made a couple videos, got those posted. I was tired. My poor phone was down to about 3% battery. So I called it a night. And then I slept in a bit. So nothing wrong with that, if you can get away with it. Again, the main reason I got this fat box is when I started getting back into Magic a couple months ago, back in like September maybe now. So I guess, maybe coming up on 6 months ago, I bought an Ikoria fat box, fat pack, and really enjoyed it. At the time, I didn't realize the whole Spindown thing, how that's kind of a thing, and there's like a secondary market for those. There's like a niche for certain players that really like the Spindowns. So I got the Spindown off of there and thought, yeah, okay, that's cool. It's a life counter, it's a D20. Didn't really realize what the significance of it was. So anyway, I saw the one for this and thought it was pretty amazing looking and decided I really had to have the Spindown. So there's the box, the pack itself, the fat pack. Okay. And inside there's a bunch of different packs. But again, this was what I was after. That thing is a darn work of art. I love it. And yeah, it was a great idea to pay $40 just for this. No, but thankfully I do. I got cards with it. Oh, before I really get rolling, I forgot last night. I got a card, Egon, God of Death, and I forgot that in Kaldheim, these guys are two-sided. Remembered it afterward, after I got done shooting the video. So it's Egon, God of Death. It's also Throne of Death on the other side. So anyway, I wanted to make sure I showed you guys that in case you were wondering. Most of you that are watching this probably know way more about this than I do, so that's okay. Alright. Trying to figure out if these are the two different packs or these ones. Not 100% sure. So we'll just go ahead and open it. Right now there's a whole bunch of boosters. So we'll pull those babies out. What else comes in it? Well, the box with a smaller divider in it. I actually used these to store my cards for a while until I started getting some more built up. I like them. I like fat packs. I like the boxes. I like the way they stack the cards. You can still look at the cards. You can still see the names of the cards very easily. It also comes with essentially some instructional cards in case you've never played before, which is cool. If you are brand new to Magic the Gathering with Kaldheim, welcome in. It's a community. I don't know. I've not had any real issues with anybody being super toxic, especially not because I don't have very many views. So I'm sure there's somebody somewhere that's like, actually, in their mom's basement, trying to tell me what's good and what's not, and how I am totally confused about things, which is fine. I like that they have the different characters on the card packs. Pretty cool. And I like Tybalt. People poop on Tybalt constantly. He was actually the first Planeswalker card I ever bought. I found him for $1. I'm like, oh, it's a Planeswalker. That must be a good deal. Probably not. But it did save my butt in one of the games against my little brother. Because it was, he's got the ability that opponents can't gain life. Well, my brother was running a life gain type deck And it slowed that down significantly, and I thought that was pretty cool. He did not, but I did. Alright, so let me get the fur off of there. So these are your lands: plains, island, swamp, mountain, forest. And apparently these are all just basics. Not, oh, that's beautiful. With the aurora. You gotta love that. Little cairns there. Standing stones here. Little rune stones, maybe. So those are just lands. I thought maybe they were going to be snow covered. But they are not, and that's okay. Open another pack here. Have a couple of them that are clear, and a couple of them that are, well, several of them that are just draft boosters. 15 cards at a shot, so pretty good value, honestly. If you're just getting into it, I know people say, oh, just buy singles, buy singles. If you are just getting into Magic, or you want to kind of dip your toe into Kaldheim, this is probably the way to go. It's like $40. You get everything seen here, all right? Not necessarily these same cards, but you'll get the same amount. So Reflections of Lityara. And that's a foil one. Yeah, pretty. Foil Plains, foil Island, foil Swamp, foil Mountain, foil Forest. And that whole stack is that way. So you get a bunch of foil lands as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing how the foils stack up and how they hold up compared to some of the earlier sets. I think especially Commander Legends. It seems like those pringled right out of the gate. From what I was reading, around different places. I have some foils from CL, but I didn't go like crazy on Commander Legends. I got some of the ones that I'm like, okay, I know I'll use those. By that point, I was to the point where, yes, I can use singles, and that's fine. But I like I say, if you're just now joining Magic, getting back into it, whatever, crack some packs, man. That's what I did last night. Like I said, I've got a bunch of packs coming, and I still had to have some on the day that it came out. Had to crack some, just see what I get. There's just something about it. It's like a relatively, well, not really cheap lotto ticket, but you just never know what you're going to find. So, here we go. Cracking the packs. Immersturm Raider. Doomscar Oracle. Again, you won't necessarily get these in yours, but it'll give you kind of an idea of what you could get. Karve Harbinger. Deathnell Berserker. Broken Wings. Now, it'd be cool if the next one is called Fly Again, but it wasn't. Behold the Multiverse. Made a joke earlier about this being the MCU crossover card, but it's not. Revitalize. That's a nice, cheap. I know they've been trying to make white a little better, which I've never really had any huge issues with white, and actually I've got pretty screwed by white before. That's a nice little low casting cost for gaining 3 life and drawing a card. Nothing wrong with that. Raiders Karve. I'm guessing it's Karve. Maybe it's Karve. I'm not sure. It looks like a Drakkar to me, so maybe it's Karve. Raiders Drakkar Noir. Call me Drakkar Noir. Squash. Oh, that's a cool, that's a neat picture. Got the little goblin under his thumb. And you can see it costs a lot less to play if you control a giant. Giants are a big thing in Kaldheim. Literally. Elves are also another thing. And what was the third type? Seems like there's another tribal that was a big deal. Grizzled Outrider. I'll think of it, or I'll come across it here maybe. Great Hall of Starnheim. That's a pretty card. That's a black card. Cool. Well, or could be Orzhov. Carter's Vicious Return. Jimmy Carter's Vicious Return. He's coming back in 2024. You heard it here first. Sorry, I'm reading through it. It's a saga card. 3 steps to it. Dwarven Hammer. Turgid, God of Fright. Now, what did I say about the gods and what I had forgotten? You look down here, you can flip it over and cast it as an artifact instead. And that would be Turgid's Lantern. Ouch. Alright. So remember, those gods are double-sided. That's double-sided cards, not new for Magic, but the way the gods are set up and the way they are artifacts or gods is a different mechanic or a different, I don't know, feature. Snow-covered swamp. And a Kaya the Inexorable emblem. Interesting. I got a, what was it? Rune orb, or that doesn't sound right. But I got something last night that's a rune. It's an artifact for 2 that keeps things from being played from the graveyard or exile, I believe. Okay. Now, I'm not going to be one that goes, oh man, you got to have this card in your deck, man. This is the best card. It breaks Magic. I don't know that much about this expansion yet. Again, I like to just kind of throw things together, see what sticks. That's kind of my style. I enjoy it. I like making decks. I like just kind of throwing things together. Cinderheart Giant. So I'm more of one that just kind of goes, oh, that's really freaking cool. That's pretty nasty. Like that. Story Seeker. Nice little life linker. Strategic Planning. Again, that's a pretty cool card. That dude has 3 eyes. Odin has 1 now. This guy has 3. Maybe he picked it up from Mimir as well. Probably not. Priest of the Haunted Edge. That's a cool picture. I like that. I like zombies in Magic. I just kind of do. Jaspera Sentinel. Or maybe Jaspera Sentinel. Since it is Norse. Well, it's based on Norse. It's not Norse. Demon Bolt. 4 damage. Kind of like it. Relatively cheap for 4 damage. It's not a lightning bolt, but it's not terrible. Code Spell Cleric. Way Down. That's another cool card. The dog agrees. Dogged Pursuit. It's almost like the dog foretold this card. See what I did there? Yeah. I'm not boasting. Those are 2 new mechanics for Kaldheim, by the way. Ascent of the Worthy. Another saga. That's an interesting. That first step's cool. First and second. And the third one's pretty cool too. I like that card. Icebind Pillar. Snow Artifact. Skimfar Shadow Sage. Skimfar Shadow Sage. Say that one 5 times fast. Crippling Fear. Ice Tunnel. Binding the Old Gods. That's a foil. Enchantment. Saga. Again, it's a Saga. The Golgari one. Dwarf Berserker. And I thought maybe it was a double-sided one. I had one last night that was a Dwarf Berserker and like a spirit on the other side. So this will be the third pack in. I think there are 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, there are 10 of those. So 150 cards, plus your foil lands, plus your regular lands. And then that one other card, I don't remember what it was. I don't know if that's like just a special, like a promotional. I don't know if they call them box toppers or what. Tormentor's Helm. That's a cool looking picture. Axgard Braggart. Pilfering Hawk. Axgard Cavalry. Dread Rider. Man, that's a cool looking card. Notvold Recluse. Augury Raven. Arachnoform. Is every creature type bizarre? Demon Bolt. Again. That's a pretty card. The more I look at it, it's just there's so much going on in the background and whatnot. It almost looks like a pentagram right here, but of course it's not. Is that a... Hang on. Man, that almost looks like a Valnut right here. It almost, there's like evoking a Valnut, which is a thing in Norse mythology, essentially, or, you know, neo-pagans. Inga Rune Eyes. That's kind of a cool name. Inga Rune Eyes. Runed Crown. You can't tell, I am kind of a fan of runes. Just a little bit. Rune of Mortality. Jeez, we're on a roll here with Rune Forge Champion. Snow-Covered Island. Skull Raid. Cool looking card. And I'm assuming they call that like a proxy card. Oh, no, okay, yeah. You can use this card to represent a double-faced card. So, cool. So, yeah, I guess that's what that is. It's a proxy card. Some of those from earlier sets hold, like, some value. I don't know if it's because most people actually did go ahead and use them. They, you know, wrote on them in red crayon and, this is my Black Lotus, or what, but apparently those they're worth something. Fearless Pup. I'm glad I got that one. I thought that was a very cute card when I first saw it. I like I like how he can boast and go up, and the flavor text just, it cracks me up, man. What's not to love about that? God's Hall Guardian. Not a lot of cats in Norse mythology. Freya's cats that draw her chariot are the only ones I can really think of. They were blue. So did they look like that? Yeah, maybe. It looks more white. Village Rites. Again, I like that one. It reminds me of like a blood eagle. But it almost looks like they did it in the front instead, kind of. Although his back may be all torn up. I don't know. Guardian Glade Walker. Another Behold the Multiverse. Another Grizzled Outrider. But still, that's a big honkin' elf. Of course, they must be counting his bear in with it. But that's pretty cool. Revitalize. Again, I like that card. That'll be going in some of my white stuff. Karfell Kennel Master. Zombie Berserker. Scorn Effigy. Oh, no, that's cool looking. Scarecrow. Somewhat rare in Magic. Some of you guys are going to be like, well, actually, you know, I have not seen that many scarecrows. I've got a couple, but just a very few. I think they're kind of cool. I really think they should do something. Well, I'm not going to say it because then they'll do it and then they won't give me any money for it. So I'm going to shut up. Bind the Monster with Sarulf getting tied up by Gleipnir, but not. Dual Strike. That's a good looking card. Agar, the Freezing Flame. Giant Wizard. Cole, the Forge Master. Nice. Eradicator Valkyrie. I like that card. I like the artwork. I'm glad to have a Valkyrie. I kind of like angels. I have a decent collection of them. And this is a black one, which is really cool. Plus she's a Berserker, which I love. You're like, why? I'm just like, because Berserkers are cool. Not necessarily just for this. I mean, you know, like the Berserkers in general. Snow-covered Forest. Burb. Okay. A Burb token. Thanks for sticking with me this long. This one is taking a longer time because I am trying to actually show you the cards, let you have a chance to kind of read through them as I read them as well, to see what they do. Beskir Shieldmate. Litiara Kinseekers. I love their little Drakkar heads on their mask there. That's cool. Cinderheart Giant. Again. Draugr Recruiter. Horizon Seeker. Bind the Monster. Starnheim Courser. Pretty Pegasus. We've got a few of those, not a whole lot. Everybody has a few Pegasi, I think. Scorn Effigy, again. You're like, yeah, see, they're not rare. Roots of Wisdom. Smashing Success. Rootless Yew. The Tree Folk. Svella, Ice Shaper. Frenzied Raider. The Demon Berserker. Nice. I'm also kind of a fan of demons. I've got several of those. Calamity Bearer. That's a sweet looking design. Snow-covered Mountain. And an ad for Arena, which actually did just come out to Android, if that's the platform you're on, which I am. I have played it. I enjoy it, but I don't enjoy it that much. I haven't played it in several days. I pretty much got through the tutorials, and I was like, yeah, that's good. Because I would have somebody scoop on me within, 2 turns, which is hilarious, because I had less life than they did, and I cast like a 1/1 creature, and they go, oh, nope, I'm out, because this guy's actually going to try to fight back, I guess. Or they have, like, humongous, really, actually, like, the type of decks that you would actually play against, because they've paid money to get those, which is fine. I, again, would rather actually invest in the physical cards than try to, replace my cooler cards. Undersea Invader. It's an interesting card. Just the looks of it. Seize the Spoils. Battlefield Raptor. Skull Raid. Again. Focus. Glittering Frost. Oh, that's pretty. Enchanted Land is snow. And you add an additional color. That's pretty neat. I like that. I like the picture. That's beautiful. Frostbite. Run Ashore. Elderleaf Mentor. Pretty cool shield. Giant Ox. Now, I don't know anything about vehicles. I'm going to have to look into that. That's not a mechanic I have a couple cards that reference it. It's not something I've ever played. I know this one definitely, who cares? So, yeah, I've got to figure out what the heck vehicles are. I haven't looked at it much yet. There's plenty of other things I like to play with, so I'm good. Surtland Frostpire. Forging the Tyrite Sword. Now, that is a gorgeous card. As long as you have Halvar, God of Battle, or equipment, that's a good one. Provoke the Trolls. Welcome to YouTube. We're going to provoke the Trolls. They know their target audience, don't they? The Raven's Warning. No, they're really pretty. They knocked the art out of the friggin' park on this expansion, this set. Alpine Meadow, Icehide Troll, foil. I believe I got one of those last night as well, in foil. Woo-woo. And a Human Warrior token. I got one of those as well last night. And it's just a token, just a one-sided token. Got 4 more of these to go. So thank you for sticking with me. I don't mean to make this long. I should have probably broken it into like 3 or 4 parts, but I didn't. Can't tell me what to do. Beskir Shieldmate, not to be confused with Beskar. Again, I think they're getting ready to set up some kind of like Disney Plus crossover now. They got the MCU, they've got Star Wars with the Beskar there. Again, it's not Beskar, but it's awfully close. Yarakin Seekers, Cinderheart Giant, Elderfang Disciple, Guardian Glade Walker, Squeesh, Raiders Karve. I'm still not 100% sure, that's right or not. Behold the Multiverse, Grizzled Outrider, Revitalize, Immersturm Skullcairn. I got one of these last night. I like it. I like it a lot. Actually, I don't think I got this. I got the full art card that was friggin' beautiful. Again, by Cliff Childs. Cliff Childs, baby. Look at that. Gorgeous. Shout out to Cliff Childs. I don't know him personally, but man, he's a good artist. Everybody, so far everybody is. I'm not trying to poop on anybody, all right? Bastien El Deharm, gorgeous work, dude. Okay, beautiful. Nico Defies Destiny. Boreal Outrider. Nice job, Alex Constad. Seriously, gorgeous work, everybody. I just really like that Skullcairn. Ascendant Spirit. Snow-Covered Mountain. And Icy Manolith. Token Snow Artifact. That's really pretty. I got one of those last night. Liked it. But it's just a token artifact, which is kind of interesting. 3 more. We're almost there. Now, why am I making sure to crack these on camera? Well, just in case I pull something. Almost had to sneeze there. In case I pull something really bizarre or a misprint or something, I would like to have that documented just in case. Carfell Harbinger, Tormentor's Helm, Axgard Braggart, Deathnell Berserker, Notvold Recluse, Raiders Ship, Squoosh, Grizzled Outrider, Bind the Monster, Starnheim Courser, Weathered Runestone, that's the one I was talking about. Players can't cast spells from graveyards or libraries. That's bad. I was thinking it was just graveyards and like exile. That's graveyards and libraries. Wow. Bloodline Pretender. That's a new one for me. Valkyrie's Sword. It's a new one for me as well. Burning Rune Demon. Okay. Huh. Very cool. Snow-covered island with a Viking ship stuck in there. And a treasure token. It's a pretty one. I like that. If you notice, I like a lot of things. I try not to be a very negative, hateful person. Some of you on YouTube could probably try to take that to heart. I'm just saying. Again, not that I've had anybody comment on any of my stuff, really. And nothing, negative, so that's good. Story Seeker. So I don't really necessarily mean to be provoking the trolls, but strategic planning, fearless pup, God's Hall Guardian, village rites, masked vandal, way down, frostbite, augury raven, invasion of the giants. Okay, that's a newer one. I like that. Step 3. Colossal Plow. Herald, King of Skemfar. Reckless Crew. Huh, that's cool. Ice Tunnel. Bretagard Stronghold. Foil. And another advertisement. Thanks. As if I didn't already spend money on your product. I haven't spent money on Arena. I don't plan to. Spoiler alert. Don't plan to. Alright, here we go. Last one. Pilfering Hawk. Axeguard Cavalry. It's a new one for me. Beskir Shield Mate. Litiara Kin Seekers. Coma's Faithful. Horizon Seeker. Dogged Pursuit. Goldvein Pick. Okay. Way down. Rune of Might. Rune of Sustenance. I'm glad to be getting some of these runes, because I'm probably going to, being the guy that I am, I'm going to have to put those together. I'm going to have all the runes, because that's what I do. Finn the Fangbearer. This is a guy that's a death toucher, except he gives 2 poison counters instead of combat damage to the player. So that'd be like a 5-round win if you can get through every time. He's pretty cheap to cast, too. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but he actually does with those poison counters. I prefer just raw damage. I'm not a big poison counter person, but I might have to be now that I have a Finn. Battle for Bretagard. I've been looking at the different wall scrolls they have, and that's one of them. Pretty interesting. I think I'm going to have the one with the, I don't know, it looks like a Draugr of some sort. It's the one with the really nasty Kaldheim on the bottom. It's very, black metal looking. Love it. But that's a pretty one, too, so we'll see. Snow-covered island. Snowfield Sinkhole. Wow. Here's your challenge for this week. If somebody makes you upset, call them a Snowfield Sinkhole. And a Dwarf Berserker. Okay, so that's what I got. Again, that's like the cream of the crop, honestly, for me. I may have gotten some really good cards in there. I don't really know yet. Again, I'm not sure what's what yet, but I'll get there. So that's kind of the haul. I appreciate you guys watching. I know this was kind of a long one, but sometimes that happens, and that's okay. And you guys could have always shut it off at any point. So you're free will agents. So go out, exercise your free will, buy some Kaldheim if you want to. If it's like, man, I really like this theme. I like some of the cards I've seen. Cool deal. I'm hoping to open some more later. Here's maybe a preview. Shazingo! Okay, I went ahead and got the Commander decks as well. They just got delivered about an hour ago. So I may be opening those so you can see what those are, what the decks are. You can get the deck lists on the internet. But this is better, right? Because you have such witty banter. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Have a great one. I will talk at you later.